How can 170 do 10 PSI more than this 170? And that one's 10 and a half. I don't know. Not quite sure.
Well, what's amazing, it matched the onboard dual air ARB.
That's true. We're so scientific here.
Yeah, answers and science.
What is up, Light Brite Nation?
Hey, what's up, Light Brite Nation?
That was late, but whatever. Guys, we have a video for you today. This is the Battle of the Blowers, right? Is that what these are? Compressors? Battles of the
Is it really?
Battle of the Compressors. So what we have here today is we are going to test out on the Stepchild, which has 40-inch Nitto tires. We are aired down to 10 PSI on all 4 tires, so this is as even as it can be.
And that's verified.
We even have a battery per compressor. We have each Jeep will be running. It will be putting out its max potential to fill up each tire, although the Stepchild's actually running 2 compressors, but it's got a good system. Here's what we got. So Jake here has his single mini built compressor.
That's right.
And it's 150 liters per minute is what it puts out, and it costs
$200.
$200.
Well, 160. It depends.
Let's call it 175. I don't. Okay, ish. You know, this part isn't that important. We're going to get to, the important part is how fast they fill up. I guess it is how fast they fill up for the price. His is portable, 150 liters a minute. Let's call it $175. EasyFlate has this new Moab series. It's a dual pump, and as you can see, it's about the same size as the single pumps, and I'll show you that closer here in a minute. Yeah, it's pretty freaking close. That one is 300 liters per minute, so it's twice that single pump. Makes sense, I guess, 2 pumps versus 1. And that is about $220. And then I have a Tough Stuff eBay one that I bought about 4 years ago.
Many moons ago.
It's 170 liters per minute, and it's about $90. I don't even know if it's available anymore. I haven't looked it up. Maybe one of you guys should Google that while I'm talking. Tough Stuff Extreme, whatever. Because maybe the price has gone up for all I know. But that's 170 liters a minute, 300, 150. And then the fourth one is our twin Extreme ARB onboard air. So it's the ARB twin compressors that's mounted behind the seat, so I can't pull it out. That is onboard air, not portable, and we use it for our air lockers and to air up our tires. The ARB was 174 liters per minute and cost $600.
And that's not mounted, installed, anything else.
That's just the pumps. It's $600 for the twin pumps at 174. That's pretty expensive when you compare that to a 300 liter per minute.
They are available.
They are available.
They are still available.
$150 now?
$150.
Okay, that one's still the cheapest, and it puts out 170, which is only 4 less than the twin ARB.
Well, the twin ARB is this big too.
They are small. They are small.
You could buy 6 or 7 of those for the price of the twin
Yes.
ARB mounted.
So you can buy one per tire.
So here's the difference, right? The twin ARB is mounted in the vehicle. You can use it for your onboard air. You can use it for probably tools. You can use it for your air lockers, where these you're not going to use for air lockers. If you did have air lockers, ARB and other companies also make these little tiny pumps that are just for lockers, and they're super cheap. They don't take up any space at all, which I almost think is almost better if I had just that little tiny one and then maybe this big EasyFlate. But honestly, we have not tested any of these yet. This is a fresh test, so let's verify that they're all at 10 PSI on camera, and let's go from there. All right, come on over here, Jake. Where's the valve stem? It's right on the 10 PSI line. You got it?
Got it.
All right, right on the 10 PSI line. All right, right front tire, right on the 10 PSI line.
Got it.
Got it. All right, we don't want anybody to think that we're cheating for somebody here. So this isn't like a paid thing. This is just something we thought would be fun. 10 PSI. Let's show them that it does move off of 10 PSI. And 10 PSI.
Yeah.
All right, so we are even Steven, right?
Right.
Okay. We're gonna have the Tough Stuff hooked up to the LJ here on the driver front. We're gonna have the ARB on the driver rear, the EasyFlate on the right front, and your Smittybilt on the rear. Did I say that right? Smittybilt, right?
Yeah, Smittybilt.
Smittybilt.
That's what you said.
Yeah. Last thing, they will all be running. All the Jeeps will be running, so they're all at least 12, 13 volts. So.
Right, and how are we timing this? What are we doing?
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just turn them on for 5 minutes, and then we're gonna recheck with this. Each one has its own gauge, but I don't trust those gauges. So I think the fairest thing to do is they all start at 10 PSI, they all get 5 minutes, and the highest one wins. And then I think maybe let's go for like another 3 minutes, because I think the single piston ones, the lower output ones, will start to really fall off when you get up near 35, 40 PSI. But I don't know, that might just be a bonus. Ladies and gentlemen, start your engine!
Well, that
one sounds the best for sure. On your mark. Get set. Go. So I might have screwed up a little bit because we didn't hit a timer because I was like, oh, the phone will time it, but we're not going to know when to stop it.
Now, while the boys are goofing around outside, I wanted to take a quick moment to remind you guys that our first ever off-roading event at Maris Adventure Park in North Texas is coming up super soon, like at the end of March soon. Now, if you haven't signed up for it already, you can go to e3offroad.com to check it out. It's gonna be freaking awesome.
You telling them about Maris?
I am telling them about
I'm super
Maris.
excited about Maris. Guys, so you guys hit me up on all social media platforms, like all 10 of them or something, whatever we have, thousands of questions, and all day I'm on here just constantly. How do we wheel with you? Where are you guys gonna be? What's going on? All of that is in one place.
It's on e3offroad.com. Weren't you supposed to be working?
I am, but they're yeah.
They've got it. So for those of you that don't know, E3 Off-Road is a company that Kevin and I own, and it's basically an online membership platform that's designed to make your off-road experience that much better.
Yeah, it's a shortcut to the kind of adventures that you guys want.
Yeah, so the 3 E's stand for empower, educate, and entertain, and we essentially do that through webinars, live Q&As, obviously off-roading events, and even some industry discounts.
Yeah, and E3 members are really gonna see things kicking up this year.
We have a whole series of trail takeovers planned across the entire country. We're gonna try to hit as many regions of the United States as humanly possible.
Yeah, and the schedule can be found right there on e3offroad.com.
Absolutely. But keep in mind, while these events are open to non-members, members do get first dibs on tickets, and tickets are limited, so just...
There's only 2 of us. We can only put so many people on a trail at a time.
We can only be responsible for very few people because clearly we're not very responsible of ourselves as it is. So yeah, tickets are definitely limited, but they're gonna be freaking awesome. A lot of planning, not just by us. We have a whole team helping us plan these, and they're gonna be insanely cool events. We're super stoked about them.
Now what's cool is E3 Off-Road is having a huge promotion for a relaunch. Now that ends at the end of this month in February.
Yeah, there's a whole new platform, a whole new app, which is out for Android. I think we're still working on it for Apple, but it should be there very
Close.
soon.
Very close.
And we wanted to hook you guys up if you were interested. So if you go and you sign up for the annual membership, you'll notice that there's 2 options. One with a massive discount and another one with a ton of gifts. If you go to e3offroad.com, all the information can be found there. I'm gonna stop boring you guys now though, because Kevin is standing right here.
We're having fun outside.
When he should be outside having way more fun and doing way more work. So back to that.
3, 2, 1, off.
Let's turn off the ARB.
All right, so
This one's at 30.
so instantly,
Okay.
this one's at 43 psi.
So I'm at, I think probably 34 and a half or 33.
33-ish, yeah.
Okay, that's not bad.
That's not bad at all. 43?
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's a 10 PSI difference.
10 psi difference on one tire. Oh, those are fun, yeah. That one's so much fun to do.
Oh my God,
it's not
let's do
gonna
the
be-
back one while you work on that. Oh God.
And the first one that's at 33 was the Smitty built. The 43 was the new Moab Easy Flate.
There's onboard air.
Onboard air. Wow, it's pretty close to the same. Wow. And then the Chinese Rough Tough one is at just above yours. So yours and this one are comparable, and they did close to say this one only has, this one did 3 psi more. Are we sure we have the CFM right on the twin ARBs? Because how can 170 do 10 psi more than this 170?
Right, it is a twin.
But that one's 300 CFM.
Well, what's amazing is for $220, it matched the onboard dual air ARB.
That's true. So that one's a third of the price, and it matched it or barely beat the twin ARBs. We're so scientific here. Anyway, it gives you a good idea of price and what you want to do. I would say, being that these guys are about the same size as that, really, that one's only another $50, $70 more. It's about the same size. I mean, he's going to go buy one right now.
Right
I can
now.
see it. He's like ready to leave. Jake's ready to go buy one.
My Jeep's still running. I'm out.
So I wonder if we got the wrong specs from earlier.
There they are. Dual ARB compressor specs. 6 CFM.
So it's 6.16 CFM, and that one's 10.5
I don't know. Not quite sure.
Yeah, but if you're not running ARB air lockers or you need onboard tools,
Well, what's cool about that is we now have a Jeep. We have the F450 if we want, like, if
Yeah.
you're going on, if you're traveling. We have the
Bronco.
She doesn't have onboard air either, so she needed to like borrow it. We have the CJ. Well, the CJ has onboard air, but we have Brittany's buggy. Her buggy doesn't have onboard air, so it's kind of nice. You could take that portable one, you know, any of the portable ones, really. $150, 200, 220 bucks, which is by far the biggest bang for your buck, and that's the worst bang for your buck. But that one's old.
okay, so you know what we need to do now? This comes with a 4-place hose. So what we need to do is air the tires back down to 10 PSI, and with this only, air up all 4 tires to 30 and see how long that takes.
It's true.
Let's do that.
Okay. You'll just take our word for it. We'll just air them down, and we're gonna air them up. I guess we could do that real quick. Hold on. So we have all 4 hooked up right now. To do this more quickly, I have the valve cores removed. You can see, so our tire pressure in all 4 is 20.9. So now I can crack that open. This will air down. You just kind of hang out, leave it wherever. And then when you want to check them again, you just close it off. So we'll leave that there. We're gonna go down to 10 PSI again, and then we're gonna air up just like this. We're gonna air up all 4 of them and see how long that takes. All right, so close that baby off. Boom.
Oh,
10 PSI. Now we are going to do this again. We're gonna see how long this is gonna take to fill up all 4. Now keep in mind, we are at 5,300 feet, so the air is thinner here, so if you're at sea level or lower than this, it will fill up faster because you'll have...
and I put all the valve cores back in.
We put all the valve cores back in.
They're back in.
And then somebody have a phone with the timer.
Stop watching it.
Ready? Set. Go! All right, so that's hot. So we are at 21 PSI in all 440s, from 10 PSI to 21 PSI in 5 minutes.
So we lost half of our capacity in the same amount of time.
So it's not gonna take 4 times longer, it might take twice as long.
Right.
So now let's go to 10 minutes.
All right, turn it back on.
1, 2, 3.
Ready? 1, go.
31 in 10 minutes. All
31.
4.
That's where I drive at. Like, I'm not going to go higher than that. 10 minutes to fill up. All 440s would take way longer with the single pump, so I did 1 tire at a time. I mean, that's good in my book. Most people don't run 40s. Yeah, shut off the Jeep. So the goal of this is really to find out your best bang for the buck, right? All the compressors here are about the same physical size. The ARBs are mounted inside, though, which is nice to have. I'm not going to lie. It's 3 times the price of this. This is just barely more than the other 2 by 50 bucks, 40 bucks, 30 bucks, something like that. Right now, that's obviously the clear winner. I wasn't sure what we were going to find out. I'm curious about the longevity of it, but that other one that I've had, that Chinese tough stuff thing, I've had that 5 years, and it's still working, so I don't have any doubt that that's going to go, you know, for a while. Also, I think they have a fine warranty for it, so. What are your guys' thoughts? Which way would you go? I know Jake.
I'm heading down to the store right now.
Jake's going to pick it up.
I'm definitely going down to the store right now, and I'm going to pick one up. We were shopping. I mean, that's what brought this about, is we were looking at getting a new compressor. Our Smitty built, it's 3 years old. We use it 2-3 times a week. We're airing up 38-inch tires from 10 to 33 PSI all the time, and it struggles. And eventually we're going to go to 40s.
How long did you usually sit there?
15 to 20 minutes, right?
15 to 20
Which usually isn't bad. I don't mind walking around talking to my friends while we are all air up. But if I'm going to go to 40s, it's just going to struggle even more. You guys saw that they get hot. I just don't want that heat anymore. And so we went to the shop and we asked them about the twin ARB, which is obviously an investment. I mean, that's a lot more money. We're not running air lockers. There's really no point in for me to do onboard air. And they got these Moab compressors in and they said, we haven't tested them. We don't know what they're capable of. The numbers look good. Here we are testing them out, and it backs up what the shop said. So right now I'm going to head down to the shop.
If you're curious about it, EasyFlate, like I didn't see them online other than at EasyFlate's website.
Dixie locally has a couple.
Right, that's where I'm going.
Don't worry, Jake. This video's coming out after you buy yours. You're not gonna have people go down there and buy them.
So Dixie 4x4 down in St. George.
That's where he reached out to us, and he was like, hey,
They don't know about it. Can you test it? And here we are testing it. That's what we did.
And then
We did well.
Answers. Yeah, answers and science.
Does the Easy Flake kit come with this orange, or is that separate? You buy the.
It's probably separate. I will find out.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll answer in the comments.
But you already have a 4-hose setup, but it's
I
not,
do, but it's
not-
getting worn out. So we're in a lot of sand here, and they always get in the sand.
But yours are just regular hoses, like they
Right,
don't really.
they're not compressed like this.
like
This
that.
fits really small.
Yeah, it's still totally worth it. Compared to $600
Oh yeah,
just for the duals.
yeah.
It's totally worth it.
I don't know what's going to happen with this, but maybe we'll work with them, and the code will be Lite Brite. I don't know what you'll get for the code. Maybe free shipping or discount on shipping, or maybe we'll have to cut this part out. Yeah, code Lite Brite. Go to Easy Flake, put it in, see what happens. If you don't get anything, still put the code in and check out with that, because maybe he'll give us some money for helping do this kind of stuff. So I don't know. Help Lite Brite make some money, guys.
Well, should we close this out? What are we doing? Is this a whole? This is a whole video.
I don't know. How long was that?
That's a whole video. Close it out, Chris.
Close it out, Chris.
Close it out, Chris. What you doing, Chris?
Hey, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe
And share.
and share. Remember, you can get all your Lite Brite merch and stickers at litebritstudios.com. And we love you. Peace.
Peace.
Peace? One more person. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Dude, yeah, we need 4 people.
Kevin almost ran out of fingers.
Close. What were we saying earlier that we were saying we were going to talk about? What were we talking about behind the camera? Something we wanted to mention about it. Oh, yeah, that. Oh, we were over there. Should we just, you can cut all that out. Anyway.